Hi, I'm Doyle Schuler, and I'm a gold and silver investor, an author, a publisher, and the team leader of the world's only gold and silver wholesale buyers club. And I've just written a brand new book that I'm really excited about called The Definitive Guide to Storing Gold and Silver. And the book walks people through from the smallest of investors who only have a small amount of precious metals and they're looking for free or inexpensive methods of safely and securely storing those metals. And it graduates all the way up to the most sophisticated plans for storing, having a diverse global storage plan, but for storing your gold and silver literally all around the world in all points in between. So I'm really excited about this book, and what I decided I would do is make a video on the final chapter of the book. And I believe that of all the information contained in the book, that this is the single most important secret, the single most important part of the entire book, more important than anything else. So don't miss this. If you don't get anything else, you can make a lot of mistakes and mess up in a lot of areas, but don't let this be one of them. Of everything I've covered in the book, like I said, this is the single most important thing. However, if you get this wrong, it can truly be the Achilles heel that destroys all of your plans. Think about it. You can go to all the trouble in the world, take every precaution under the sun, go above and beyond to ensure that your metals are safe. However, if you just tell one wrong person, it can all be lost in a moment. If you don't have much, you don't have to do much research at all to hear this chorus line repeated over and over and over throughout history. History is full of amazing stories where just one wrong word mentioned to one wrong person at the wrong time has brought down entire empires. And that's why nations put so much money and effort and energy into keeping secrets safe. They know how much it costs to compromise security. And you've undoubtedly heard the phrase, loose lips sink ships. Remember back to just about every single movie that you've ever seen where there was a big robbery or a heist, and the people, they stole all this money and they got away with it, and then towards the end of the movie it seems like they always end up getting caught. And you know the answer. The way they get caught is most of the time is somebody talks. And I don't know why it is, but just one guy says the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time, and that's all it takes. And it seems like they always talk. I don't know what it is, but it always that wrong word said to the wrong person seems to be what takes them down. And there just seems to be something inherent in human nature where people just have to tell other people about other people's business. And it excuse me, it doesn't matter what your best intentions are or what your best intentions were. It just seems like things always have a way of getting out. So buying precious metals is one of the finest and most private investments that you can ever make. And that's how you should keep it. You should keep it private. Okay? It's simply nobody else's business what you do, and you should keep it that way. You should simply resist the temptation to share your business with other people. How many times have we all heard people saying to ourselves, boy, I really trusted them and they really betrayed me, and I had no idea they were going to betray me, and I'm shocked to hear that. You seem like you hear that over and over. So try not to let that happen to you. And then people come back and they say, but Doyle, are you saying that I shouldn't tell anyone, no one at all, where my gold and silver is stored? Well, you know, the answer to that question, it's clearly up to you. Everyone's situation is different, and in many circumstances, my answer would be yes, tell no one. Some people would say that you should always tell your spouse or at least one other person whom you totally trust. And if that works for you, then that's fine. Just be really careful in choosing that person. Sometimes people can go from being madly in love with someone and totally 1000% trusting them to the exact opposite in a really short period of time. things change, people change, situation changes. And at the time that you're making those decisions, we seldom consider that they'll ever change. But unfortunately, sometimes they do. And if you choose the wrong person, or if that person has a moment of indiscretion, the results could be disastrous for you. But Doyle, what if something happens to me? Then what? No one will know where my metals are hidden, right? Well, possibly, but there are other options. You could leave notes and instructions, your treasure map if you buried some of your gold and silver, which many people are doing these days, safety deposit box, safe combinations, safety deposit box combinations, keys, that kind of thing, account numbers, you could put it in your safety deposit box, or you could put it in your safe, or you could leave it with your attorney. There's lots of different options that you can consider for leaving important information that, and then upon your death or possibly a serious illness, it could all be disclosed and open to the right and designated people. You always have options. And you can make this information part of your last will and testament, and you can keep it stored in your attorney's office, or you could store it in your safety deposit box or your safe or what have you, and your attorney could give you some professional guidance in this area. It's always best to seek the proper legal advice. And then people come back and they say, but if I'm the only one who has the combination in my safe, how will anyone ever be able to open it when I'm gone? No problem. Your loved ones can simply call the company that the safe was manufactured by and provide them with the key information that they need, and they can simply instruct them how to get into the safe. It happens all the time. And if that fails, doesn't work for one reason or another, you can always hire a professional safe cracker, and they can break into your safe. They do it all the time. They're paid to do it. Anyone given the right tools and enough time can basically break into anything. So yes, will it cost a few bucks? Yeah. Is it a big thing? Nope, it's not a big thing. So worst case scenario, it's not the end of the world. All the gold and silver that you had stored up in your safe, it's not going to disappear and go for naught. Family members and loved ones would always be able to get to it and share it or do with it whatever you designate. But here's the big thing, the big thing that you must get. If you choose to give your gold and silver to your children or your loved ones or to charities towards the end of your life, then you get to choose. And if you designate who should get what in your will, your last will and testament, then you get to choose. And if you decide to sell your gold and silver when the prices are sky high and cash out at the right time, then you get to choose. However, if you make a dumb mistake in this area, and if a thief or your quote trusted person takes your gold and silver, then you don't get to choose. Someone else chooses for you because of your poor planning or poor precautions, and it's really just that simple. In my opinion, it's better to tell no one, or the fewer the people the better, and it's better to deal with the consequences of not telling as many people about it. And there may be some consequences and maybe some hurt feelings, but I think it's better to do that as opposed to telling the wrong person or persons and dealing with the consequences from that action. It's likely to be the consequences from telling the wrong person that are potentially much more devastating than the consequences of telling someone of not telling someone and then dealing with that. It's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And like I said, everybody has different situations and different things going on in your life, and clearly you have to do some soul searching and get some good information and make the decisions that are right for you. So I hope you found this helpful. It really is the most important part of the book, because you could have the biggest safe in the world and you could have storage facilities, vaults all over the world filled with millions of dollars of gold and silver. But if one person, the wrong person, has that information, then all bets are off. So hope you found that helpful. I created a little website, buysilveratcost.com/videos, and I've taken some of the chapters from my book, not all, but some of them, and I've made videos about them, and I put them on this website for free. So you can go there, and there's all kinds of other options for storing gold and silver that I think you'll find very, very helpful and interesting. And of course, I would love for you to hop over to Amazon and pick up a copy of my book, The link is at the bottom of this video, and also below the video there's a hyperlink that you can click and it'll take you right to my book on Amazon. And then you can always go to Amazon, type in the name of the book, it'll show up just like that. As you can see, the book is ridiculously inexpensive. It really is. I've only published it a couple weeks ago, and there's a good likelihood that I will be raising the price. So if you're thinking about getting it, you may want to pick it up now before the price goes up. Here's my big important point. Storing gold and silver is serious business. If you do it right, if you do it correctly, life is great, and you can relax and enjoy your life and be confident that everything is taken care of. However, if you miss a step or make a mistake, you can lose everything in an instant. It can be totally devastating, and many people would never be able to recover from it. It's really that serious and really that important. So if you get my book, and if you only get one good idea from this book, and I think you'll get a lot more than that, but it can make a huge, gigantic difference in the success and peace of mind of you storing your physical gold and silver. So that's my point. Down below this video, in closing, you will see some words that look similar to this, not exactly, but similar. And here's the things I'll point out. If you'd like to head over to Amazon to pick my book up, just that red arrow on the left that's pointing to the Amazon link, you can go down below the video, click that, and it'll take you right to Amazon right away. If you'd like to get more information on the book and find out more information on gold and silver in and of itself, then you can, the red arrow on the right, that's pointing to my personal blog site. You can go over there and check that out, and there's lots and lots and lots of information on gold and silver on that site. And then of course the website at the bottom takes you to the site that has the free video. So hope you enjoyed this. I want to wish you great success in your precious metals investing. And please remember, the essence of this video is loose lips sink ships, keep it to yourself, mind your own business, and I think you'd be happy and well off. So all the best, God bless, and I hope at some point in the future our paths will cross.